to go?
Yes, sir.
Obviously another frustrating game, right? Stretches of time where, again, I thought we played pretty well and played hard, just not able to do it for long enough. Dunmartin, obviously getting 9 for 18 from 3 is a frustration for sure. But hats off to them. They executed well. They shot the ball well, and we can't get stops.
Obviously, coming in, you knew Dunmartin was going to be tough to guard, but I don't think you expected 31 career high from him. I mean, how just crazy it is to see that on the opposition.
Crazy wouldn't be how I would describe it, but it's obviously a tribute to the game that he played, and he played at an extremely high level. I mean, the 1-3 he hit was almost from half court, right? And that's where it gets to be super frustrating because most people aren't making those shots. And I thought there was a couple times where he's a good player. We know he's going to get points, but then there's other times where we just have breakdowns that allow him easy looks that it just is like you can't give a good player easy looks and then allow him to make hard shots as well, right? So it's a challenge. And again, I think it's a commitment on the defensive side, whatever defense it is, man, zone, press, it doesn't matter. If you're not going to be able to communicate, if you're not going to be able to be disciplined, if you're not going to be able to rebound, if you're not going to be able to do those things out of it, it doesn't matter what defense you play. And that's where it gets to be so frustrating.
Coach, what do you think has to change significantly defensively to be able to get that constant push?
I mean, everybody's mindset. I don't know. I mean, just the idea of like being willing to do some of the stuff that is uncomfortable, being willing be willing to do some of the things that are hard, being able to fight through adversity when you get fatigued, right? Not just shutting it down and giving a bucket up, right? We have a lot of times now where we give up a bucket and all of a sudden we hear, oh, that's my bad, I won't, that's on me, I got it. And it's like everybody can't have an I got it. Everyone can't have a my bad, right? Because now you're looking at 8, 9 my bads, and like that's what just kills you. And we got to have some guys that we can rely on the defensive side, and I don't know what the answer is.
Offensively, you guys shot 51% from the field, but there were certain segments of the game where there was a lot of rough shots. Were you happy with the overall offense of the game?
No, I didn't really like the flow of the game. I thought there was a stretch in the middle of the first half where we really settled for some shots, and some tough twos and some elbow jump shots and some things like that. It's just like, at some point in time you have to understand they're in zone defense for that stretch, and they want you to take that elbow jump shot. Like they'll give you that shot all day, and we just fall into the trap all the time. And we talk about it in practice, we drill it in practice, we just keep falling into the trap. And so obviously we're not doing a good enough job of communicating it to guys or getting them to grasp the concept of like, okay, if that's the best shot we can get as the shot clock's winding down, great. Like that shouldn't be the first time the ball touches the high post, we're shooting a turnaround jump shot from 15 feet. But we do it 3 or 4 times and all of a sudden it's like becomes, a joke. And so we got to just, again, keep trying to communicate, keep trying to teach it, keep trying to show it. Or eventually we got to just maybe take some guys out when they do it, and maybe the bench can help guys start to understand, what is needed.
There was among Dunmartin's 9 attempts, I think 6, almost 7 of them had offensive rebounds from it. How demoralizing was it to get a stop from him but still not actually get the ball?
Yeah, it kills you. It absolutely kills you because, again, he's getting clean looks, he's getting multiple looks. It's deflating to your team because you are working hard and then you're having to guard for long stretches. There was a possession in the start of that second half. I felt like we were on defense for like 3.5 minutes, like every shot. And it was every guy. Every guy had their hands on a ball. Every guy had an opportunity to make the play. We didn't get the first rebound because of Justin, and then the second rebound was Khalil. Then Enoch had it, and the ball got taken from him. And then Rasheem had a chance to grab it, and it went out of bounds. And then they missed again, and Cam had a chance to grab it, and it went out of bounds again. And it's like, but it's a mindset thing because like we get into practice settings, and we want to do a rebounding drill or we want to do a little bit of a toughness drill, and everybody gets hesitant. Well, you are what your habits are. And so we get hesitant in those moments in practice. Well, now you get hesitant in those moments in the game. And as soon as they started to smell the opportunity that they could go and just get offensive rebound over and over, they did.
Khalil Spear tonight, double-double. I know despite the rough start to the season, how important has he been to this team through this stretch?
Yeah, I mean, he's been great. I mean, he's obviously, scored it efficiently. He's got on the glass. We need him to step up in the paint a little bit, though, because we're just giving up too many layups. Right, we need some rim protection. We're giving up too many layups. Like there's two ways to protect the rim: charge takes and block shots. Right, in 2020 when we won the championship, we had more charge takes than we had block shots. Enoch took a charge tonight, which might be our first charge of the year in a game. Right, so we're just not willing to do some of that stuff. We have more plays on film where guys are getting out of the way of charges, right, and opening their chest up. Than we do guys stepping up and maybe getting a block because you're trying to take a charge and you don't get the call. But we need Khalil, we need Justin, we need Matt Mayers. We need, whether it's Brandon Stone or Mattia at some point, somebody to come back and help us protect the rim or protect at the basket because obviously they made a number of threes, but they also get layups too. We switch into man, they just throw it right down the gut and they lay the ball in the basket. And it's like, okay, the zone is supposed to try to take some of that away. And then we go to man and we get stretched, and then it's boom right down into the paint for a layup. So, we need some guys to be able to do it on the defensive side because right now it's not happening.
You regret not going more to Spear in the first half when it looked like there was sort of not necessarily intimidation, but trying to avoid Samuel to start out the game inside.
I mean, we're trying to lift Samuel a little bit and get him away from the basket. I wouldn't say we regretted not going to him. Obviously, we wanted to get more than 2 shots in a half. But there's also sometimes where that's how the game kind of operates, right? And again, I'll go back to the defensive side. We shot 50% for the game and 39% from the field. Like it's not an offensive issue. 74 points, like we got to hold somebody under 70 points at some point in time. And if we can't do that, it's going to be hard for us to win games. So, I'm looking at the defensive side of the floor saying, like, what are we going to do to fix this?
Thank you.
Thanks.